Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you can hear me because I'm having to charge my phone while I record this, which means I cannot have my mic in because the import is where the charger goes. And so I hope the sound is fine. YouTube recording problems. Anyways, welcome back to the Cozy Alchemist. I am your girl and host, Ashley Durden. Welcome back to my house. Welcome back to my home. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love when we hang out and I love when we talk about graphic novels, which is what we're going to get into today. I have a stack of 7 graphic novels that you're going to be interested in. At least one of them you got to be interested in. And then I have a bonus one, guys. I'm gonna call it a bonus one because I finished it today. I didn't think I was gonna be able to finish it today, and all my books go back tomorrow. Again, I met the deadline. I got the reading done. We are doing great. Before we get into it, I wanted to open a package with you. Now, you guys know I'm a nail girly. I'm a press-on nail girly. I love having access to press-on nails of different kinds, and I love the art in it. And so I'm excited to see what these nails look like. I ordered them from Pamper Nails. Haven't opened them for a long time because I wanted to open them with you to see what they look like. So also, guys, I was thinking about doing a review because by now you may see that I have purchased press-on nails from several different designers, and whether that's Etsy, whether that's just an individual that I found, or a company like Pampered Nails. The creator of Pampered Nails is huge on TikTok. I think also on Instagram. I don't know. I'll follow her on there. But she does these elaborate, beautiful, just nails. Now, she does not do the Pampered Nails. I think she gives the orders out to different nail techs, but the packaging, look at that, so cute. Like, if you are a press-on nail girly, homie, or royal, like, let me do a review for you and give you the details of the companies, if they send it on time, if the nails are reusable, if you know, customer service was good, all of those things. You know, I'm a businesswoman, so I be paying attention to stuff like that. Anyways, without further ado, gosh, this is so cute. I'm sorry, this is so cute. Okay. These are so cute. Like, oh my gosh. And it goes with my little, my wand that I use when I do have the nails on. Look, is there anything underneath? Yes. Extra sticky tabs works. But let me know if you want a review. I feel like these are definitely like gonna be spring nails. Don't know when this video is going up, but I'm probably gonna have those babies on. Probably around, if not soon, April, May, because my fingers need them. Well, with that being said, we're gonna jump right into the first graphic novel. I'm gonna tell you what it's about and how many stars I gave it. All right, so we're starting off strong with the graphic novel Giant Days. I love this. This was really good. This is considered young adult. It is about 3 college, I believe they're roommates. Maybe they're not, but maybe they're staying in the same dorm. But we have 3 college roommates. We have Daisy, Esther, and Susan, and they are college students. And it's literally just about their life in college, what they are doing, how they deal with relationships, how they just, like, I wouldn't say slice of life, but I would also not say it's not slice of life. Like, it's just very much how college life is for them, how they're doing with their studies, the shenanigans that they go through. And I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't going to get the second one, but I do think I am now that I'm talking about it because I enjoyed it. Also, this is set in Europe, I believe. I don't know where in Europe, but it's definitely not in the United States, which is always cool. I always enjoy reading and experiencing characters that are not American. I know how we are. I get it. Can I read something else? So I would highly suggest checking out Giant Days if you're interested in just something funny, humorous. They do have several comic books, so check them out. I definitely am going to get the second, third, and fourth one if I can find it at my library. Hopefully they'll have it next time I go, once I return all of these books that are due tomorrow. I gave it a 4.25 and it was lots of fun to read. So this next one is 5 stars. I want this in my home. I highly suggest this to be read by people. It is considered young adult, so just be aware of that. Trigger warning, there is a discussion of depression and suicidal ideation within this book. We are following a Korean American girl who is in middle school, I believe she is in middle school. It is a memoir, the intersection of mental health in the Korean American diaspora. It was done very, very well, just like the other book that I had mentioned in one of my reading wrap-ups. I believe it was So This Is How I Disappear. This felt very much like this. They did so well talking about the struggles of a middle school girl in general, a middle school girl who's Korean American, whose parents see the world very differently than she does, her trying to fit in with her white counterparts, her trying to just exist in her own skin and what that feels like, and how she struggles with being perfect and getting good grades, and like her relationship with her mom is, I will say that her relationship with her mom was really hard to read, but because of my own relationship with my mom. So, but her relationship with her mom and how rough that is, and how you see her dad just trying to hold the family together and like be gentle with her, where her mom has a hard time being gentle with her and understanding her. And just, I'm going to show you the art I was not expecting. It's not colored at all. It's very blue and white, but it's just so good. And so this is the scene. You know, she's talking to classmate Bailey, and so the teacher's taking roll, and the teacher says, doesn't pronounce the first name right, scratches her head, Mr. Lee, and then she, our main character, says it's pronounced Deborah. And so the teacher continues, and the classmate turns around and says, psst. She answers, yeah, Bailey. Does Jungjin, which is her first name, does Jungjin mean Deborah in Chinese? And so she thinks to herself, does Bailey Franklin mean barely finished 8th grade and Caucasian? And then she says, I'm Korean. I died laughing, because that experience right there, having your name mispronounced, people assuming you're Chinese instead of Korean. I'm not Korean American. I'm not Chinese American, but I know what those microaggressions feel like. And like the conversations, the things we think in our head when we have our white counterparts say those things to us, felt very real. Having some of those experiences, I could connect. I hope she's doing good. I hope she's thriving now as an adult and doing better in life, because middle school is rough, high school is rough, but it was so good. It was so good. Next one is Squire also pretty thick. This is considered young adult, and so Squire is about a second class citizen, Aisa, who has dreamt of becoming a knight, and she wants to be a knight so bad. Firstly, she's treated horribly. Her kind are treated very horribly where she is, and seen as less. They don't have a lot, and becoming a knight has the offer of one, standing with something, standing for the kingdom, standing for, just the betterment of yourself and your family, and having that honor given to your name. And so that's what she wants to do. It talks about war and just the damages, the lies, the deceit, and the harm war causes, how war paints a picture of the weaker, of the group of people that are considered or deemed the dangerous ones, the threats, the poor ones, the gross ones, the ones that suck up resources, and how it paints them in this light, and how that is given to drive people to fight for, the right side. Heartbreaking seeing her discover how war is not about heroes. It is not about building something greater. It is about conquering. It is about breaking down those who were there before. It is about a game of who is the strongest and who can wipe out history and recreate it for themselves. Dramatic pause for the world we're in right now. So, as much as I resonated with the story, the actual storyline, I felt the ending was missing. There was such a big build-up, and then the ending happened so fast and wrapped it all up in a pretty bow for the most part, and that kind of left me wanting more, and also wishing that they would have given more space for the conclusion and the climax to really take up as much space as the building up did. I gave it a 3.25. Highly suggest it. Alright, so this next graphic novel, Thieves, is for adults. This is queer-centered. We love it. We're here for the representation. So we have our main character, Ella, and Ella is just, living her best life. By the way, the art is phenomenal. She's living her best life, and she secretly has a crush on one of the girls that is in her class. I believe they're in college, and so she goes to a party and comes home and ends up realizing she brought a lot of this stuff home with her that she must have grabbed from the party, and now she is freaking out because some of that stuff looks pretty expensive. She wants to give them back, but she's having a hard time putting them back, and so together they decide to come up with a plan to take back all the things Madeline has stolen from all the parties that she has gone to, and to put them back. This story was very, very interesting. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I definitely enjoyed it. It was a ride. It was a fun ride. I gave it a 4 stars. There are some heavy parts where, Madeline has to be confronted with her stealing and why it's happening and her reasoning for continuing it. But overall, it's a good story, and you should definitely check out Thieves. But I have talked about this graphic novel before. I have given it a 4. It's Ghost. This is middle grade or youth graphic novel, but I enjoyed it so much. It is a story about Katrina. Katrina is moving to another state with her family because her sister is sick. Her little sister is sick. Her little sister has cystic fibrosis, and so they just need to go where it's better for her. And so they move, and it is about Katrina learning how to man, there's so many lessons in this book. It's just about Katrina learning to be a kid. I think, you know, with her family, being focused on her little sister and not feeling good, the quiet, unspoken part about illness, dealing with sickness, death, becomes very real to her as she realizes that the town she and her family has moved to has ghosts, and that they can see the ghosts and they can communicate with the ghosts, and her fear of death, her fear of ghosts, her fear of losing her sister, and her sister's sickness, and always wanting her sister to be okay and be fine as the oldest. It just is really, it's really heart touching. It's really heartwarming. This is a cozy, I would say this is a cozy read. I would also say that there's layers to it. Although, you know, we can say this is a child's graphic novel, us as adults, when we read it, we have more life experience, so there's always going to be a little bit more layers to it, but I highly suggest reading it. This one right here, 5 stars, period. It was really good. I went in expecting for me to like some of it, but I really just a lot of things hit home. Nubia Real One. So this is a comic book. This is DC, and it is for young adults. So I didn't know about Nubia. I didn't know about Nubia. I think I heard about Nubia on someone's graphic novel take on TikTok, and I was like, let me check this out. Saw it at my library, snatched it. So Nubia has powers. She has powers. She has superhuman strength. She knows this, right? She knows this. Her 2 moms know this. Ain't nobody else know. And so Nubia is just like, she's a kid, you know? She's a kid just like anybody else, except she has these powers. Her moms care about her. They want her to stay safe. But Nubia, as does any kid, runs into bullies, runs into people who, you know, try to take advantage of the people she loves, or runs into injustices in the world. They do talk about, there is a talk about marching, about a kid who got shot by a cop. There is discussions about being black and being black in America. There is talk about being a black woman and growing up and people being afraid of you just because of the color of your skin. So there are a lot of topics on here that hit home. There are a lot of topics on here that are real. And I think they did a very good job on connecting like what is current, what is real life experiences as a black woman in the United States of America. Nubia? I get Nubia. I like Nubia. Nubia. Check it out. I have the second to last one. Before we get into the last graphic novel and the bonus graphic novel that I have for you guys today, I wanted to remind you guys to follow me on Fable. Follow me if you want to know what I'm reading currently right now, but by the time this gets up, I will definitely be done. I'm currently reading How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying. That's how I feel about this. But if you want to follow me on Fable and get more words out and see me read it in real time, and the graphic novels that I pick up along the way and while I'm reading it in real time, like follow each other, hee hee ha ha kiki about whatever we're reading, please follow me, please follow me. Follow me on Fable. I'm Fable Girly. And also follow my bookshop.org page. I will have that all in description and probably some QR code somewhere that, you know, editing Ashley will put up. If you want to get the list, if you want to look at any comic book and or graphic books that I mentioned today and any in past videos, I have a whole list made for you guys. So you don't have to screenshot it. You don't have to get pen and paper and write it down. You don't have to take a mental picture. I have a list for you, and on that list you can also purchase them. So just go click the link or go scan the QR code and it will take you straight to my page. There you can find my cozy graphic novels, my cozy reads, and any mental emotional health, which is not really for this page, but if you want to check it out, or if you want to check out my other YouTube page, that's also available for you too, on the things that I have read that have helped me in my own mental emotional growth, and the ones that I use to help support parents and teens as well. And with that being said, let's get into the last one and the bonus graphic novel. Okay guys, I got this and I was like, cute, kitty doo, right? We got a witch, she chocolate, he light-skinned. By light-skinned, I mean like, he's light-skinned, he's Hispanic, so he's not white, but I was like, this is cute, and it's called Crumbs. I'm hungry. It just all makes sense to me. And I gave it 3.25, guys. I don't know why. This story just was okay. It was like, okay. Like, there were parts of it that I was like, it's going somewhere, and then there was a moment where I was like, but it didn't get there. So we have Lori, and then we have, what's somebody's name? Ray. So Ray wants to be a magician. Like, that's his huge thing, that's his goal, that's his plans, that's his hopes, his dreams. Everything is tied up in that. His auntie runs a bakery, so he's always in the bakery helping her. Lori always comes in and gets one of the desserts that has romance in it. Now, his auntie, got a little magic. She got a little magic she puts in her food, right? She also, Lori, also has abilities, and she wants to be on the council. This council in this world that they live in is a bunch of seers and people who have special abilities, uses it to help balance things in the world, keep people safe, make sure the weather is right, memories, all these things. It's kind of elusive. Some information we get, some information we don't get, but she wants to be on it, and she has to interview for it, and then there's different departments, and so there's a specific department she's interested in. So we learn about that through the story. They meet through the bakery. He love bombs her pretty much. It's just like super sweet, super into her. She's very loner-ish. Like, you know, she starts hanging out with him, meets his friends. It's very cutesy. They're very cutesy, like each other. It's there's not very much angst, because she's just like, I've got things to do, but like, you're not gonna be distracting me. I have goals. And he's like, you're cute, I like you, so come to my show. But there was just, it's just incohesive. I feel like it just felt like very choppy. The story felt very choppy. It felt like they were trying to make the chapters connect, but it was like missing pieces. I kind of like, it wasn't one of those like, you were smart enough to fill in the pieces. It was like, hey, there's some kind of, there's either a time gap, or there's information I'm missing, or like I'm not understanding. I would flip sometimes to like reread and be like, did I get everything? So that's why this got a 3.25, because I did enjoy, clearly I read all of it. I didn't DNF it. There are parts of it I very much liked. Her power is that she can touch people and like see the future instead of seeing the past. And so she tries very hard not to touch people, because, you know, she wants, because integrity, because spiritual integrity, because witchy integrity, right? You can't go around just doing readings on people and just, you know, getting information off of people without their consent. We don't do that. We don't do that. So I love that about her. I love her personality. He's just very clingy, and not in a bad way, but I think he falls hard, and like he love bombs people, and then like he gives them their all, and he's not honest, he's not sincere when something is bothering him. He wants everybody to be happy and doesn't allow people to truly feel their feelings when they do feel down, because it makes him uncomfortable. So homie has a lot to work on, but again, it just felt very choppy, unfortunately. Art's beautiful. I liked where the story could have gone, but yeah, you can check it out. It wasn't for me, but it might be for you. So the bonus is Lightfall 2, Shadow of the Bird. So if you talked about Lightfall book 1, which I loved, I gave it a 4.25, I believe, something like that. This one was 5. I had so much fun with Cad and with Bay again. B, I called her Bay. With B again, and the storyline of what was happening with the lights, and like there's a lot more action, a lot more B being the courageous girl I know she is. So if you have not seen Lightfall 1, you should read it, and then you should go and get Lightfall 2, and I am looking forward to the third one. Let me give you this shot, like just the art is phenomenal. I just felt like I was in a different world. And I just love the art. I love the art. It's these two cutie pies are on the adventure of one still finding grandpa. Grandpa, what you doing? Finding her grandpa, but also trying to figure out like what is going on with the lights. So again, we continue the adventure and they confront. So you gotta read it. You gotta read it and find out what happens with these two. Lots of laughs, lots of moments of anxiety and moving past anxiety, growth. She's got some growth going on in here, and being courageous. So I love it for the both of them. Anyways, so check this out. All right, guys. So those are the 8 books, 8 graphic novels that I have read and enjoyed. And so I hope you guys have found something that either you're interested in reading, either you have read and maybe you have a different take on it, can give me some of your insight on it, or if you have any suggestions based on what I said I liked and I enjoyed that I should take a look at, please let me know in the comments below. Also, just comment how you're doing and how life is, because I always like to know that too. I mean, I literally will comment back, guys. Why not? That's what we're here for, is hanging out and making connections. And I always enjoy you stopping by and hanging out with me. It's always fun. So with that being said, thank you so much, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Bye.